Welcome to the Pins and Friends podcast. We're all about the downtown Bristol experience. Bowling, events, tasty food, and unforgettable fun. Join Chip Zimmerman, owner of Pins and Friends, as he brings the energy and stories that light up our community. Let the good times roll.
Whether you're a serious duck pin competitor, a casual bowler, or just here for the arcade and the delicious food, Pins and Friends has something for everyone. But who truly fits the vibe of this place? Welcome back, everyone. Skip Monty, co-host / producer, back in the studio with Chip Zimmerman. Chip, how's it going?
Good. How you doing,
I'm
Skip?
doing just fine. And I consider myself the perfect customer for Pins and Friends, but wanted to ask you.
Totally agree.
Oh, awesome. Well, I wanted to ask your opinion. Who is the perfect customer for Pins and Friends?
Well, that is a hard question. Friends is sort of like the Grand Canyon in that throughout the day it changes. So the customer can change as well. I'm going to compare Pins and Friends to one of the greatest natural wonders of the world. I mean, it looks different in the morning and at night. And that's the same thing with Pins and Friends. So I'm setting up for the customer changes. The perfect customer changes throughout the day. When we're open early at noon or 3 o'clock in the afternoon up to early evening dinner time, it's a great place for families. It's a great place for young adults and teenagers to hang out in a very safe and well-lit environment. A great place to hang out with grandkids, your kids. I think that we see a lot of that during the daytime. A lot of folks enjoy family time. And then we sort of turn into more of a nightlife situation when it gets dark. We see a little older folks come in, groups of adults that may have just had dinner downtown and enjoyed a good dinner downtown, or have dinner at Pins and Friends and want to have a little after dinner activity with some cocktails. So, we hit about every age group from 2-year-olds to 102-year-olds. Anybody can play this game. And of course, we accommodate all those ages. It's pretty accessible for all those ages. We've had birthday parties for 90-year-old people there. So the age, there's no real perfect age customer. I think they all fit for Pins and Friends. And, with the actual bowling, with the ball only being 3 pounds, and it's fairly easy to get to the lanes. Just about anybody can bowl. And one of the most exciting things that we experience every year, Pins and Friends, is what they call adaptive bowling. Every year we have the special needs kids from the local high schools come in. And, some of those folks have mobility issues, and we're able to accommodate them with this bowling. So they're able to experience things that they can't normally experience. Sometimes people are hesitant to come out and do an activity because they may have some physical limitation, but at Pins and Friends, it can be accommodated. So we've had folks that are in pretty severe wheelchair situations where we're able to get them to roll a ball down the lane, and they have a great time. So just about anyone that can push a ball, we can get them to roll that ball down the lane. So we've had a lot of special moments with those kids, and with some adults. We have some of the assisted living folks come in, and they can't lift the 15-pound ball or a 12-pound ball or a 10-pound ball anymore. And it really is amazing the transformation. When they come in, they're moving a little slow to get to the lane, but as soon as they start playing this game, they're just like 13-year-old people again. So it's really kind of fun to see them laughing and giving each other a hard time about their scores and stuff like that. So it's really a kind of a magical transformation. So I'd say the perfect customer is just the one that wants to come in and have fun and wants to enjoy it, have a good experience, and is willing to try the game and try our food, try our drinks, try the arcade. I mean, it's all there for a great downtown experience. So I think maybe it's not such a hard question to answer. Maybe it's just about anybody is a perfect customer for Pins and Friends.
Very good. Do you see more families bonding or friend groups getting way too competitive over a casual game?
Honestly, that's a good question. My favorite bowlers are the married couple that come in and they say they were only going to play 2 games. And I hope that they tie because they play that 3rd game. They cannot leave without someone winning. It's fun to watch. I've had one Rhythm and Roots weekend. I had the same married couple come in all 3 days to settle the score. So it is fun to watch that competition. It's a friendly competition, but the bragging rights is pretty important in some families, especially with some of these husband and wives. It's fun to watch grandparents compete with their grandkids and able to. It's a level playing field with the 3-pound ball and with the shorter lane. You're going to score about the same. So it's kind of fun to watch them bond and actually play at the same level as their grandparents or vice versa. So, yeah, I mean, the atmosphere is great. There's never been any true arguments over the game. Most people know that it's a game, it's a fun game, it's a good pace. It is different than regular bowling. You're not going to have someone who, if they can throw a 12-pound ball, they're going to beat everybody. It's really it's a more nuanced game. Rolling it too hard is actually worse for you than just getting the speed just right. So, the people who figure it out the fastest usually win. So it's fun watching that camaraderie, and the hooping and hollering. There's nothing better to me than to hear that while we're there. So it's fun, and it's a very, very social game. So, I would encourage the folks that visit us to put something on the line, the bragging rights or a slushy, just so the ribbing can
There you
be.
go. There you go. Well, I've always wanted to ask you, do you ever have anybody show up? Because you got really good food and a full bar. Do you ever have people show up for the food, the arcade, and then completely forgetting that there's bowling?
Yeah, we have people who come in just for the food, that's for sure. They like watching people bowl. But we have several repeat customers and patrons who and they're the ones that kind of drive us to not only get better, but to try things, to mix it up. And in doing that, we might create a new platter or a new drink. So we love to discover with our customers. You can come in there and you might say, I love this drink list, but can you do this? And we may even name it right there.
Wow.
We came up with it. Yeah, we came up with a Smoky Mountain Sunrise drink one day with a patron. She's like, can you do this and this and this? I'm like, yeah, what's that called? She says, I don't know. I just like to make it that way. And I was like, well, we'll make it and we'll come up with a name. So it's kind of fun to kind of experiment with our customer in real time. So I don't know that you'll find that in many other places. Maybe we shouldn't be doing that, but it's a unique, singular experience for us and for our customers.
Absolutely.
We're going to keep them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that was called what now? Smoky Mountain?
Rocky Mountain Sunrise. And it was orange juice, pineapple juice, and I think we put rum. I should have wrote that down. So see there?
There you go.
Smoke. If she's listening, if she comes back, she'll have to remind me.
Smoky Mountain Sunrise. That is on my list when I come to check it
It
out.
sounds like a great drink.
It does. It does indeed. Well, I know when I was visiting the last time, there was we're talking about watching people play. There was what looked like, I don't know if it was, we didn't talk to these people. We cheered them on, but it was like set of grandparents and a granddaughter, and she looked like she might be 6 or 7 years old, and they looked like they were, in their 60s or 70s. And it was just a lot of fun to watch. And, she was doing the granny bowl, even though it's a little bitty ball, she was using both hands.
You're in.
And pretty soon the whole, there was a group of us sitting there. Everybody was cheering for this little girl to beat her grandparents. Anyway, it was a lot of fun.
It's fun. Yeah. I saw there were still a couple of 10-year-old kids there today. And it didn't take them long. They figured it out about the third frame. They were rolling some really good balls. I mean, it was fun to watch how they figured it out themselves. A lot of people, they ask for the bumper guards. I don't have bumper guards. And the lanes are so short, the ball's so small. I didn't feel like it was necessary, but I also feel it's kind of important for the kids or even adults to learn that, you got to kind of work on a technique on how am I going to roll this ball down the middle? And not just roll it and you got these bumper guards and you can actually use them to your advantage. And a bad roll can actually be a good roll. So I think it's a life lesson. It's something, and maybe I'm thinking of it too philosophical, but we really were resistant to the bumper guards because I truly believe that this game is something that kids can play and play well. And it's right down their lane. Didn't mean to be so punished right there, but it worked out perfectly. But, seeing them figure it out is something that, they should be proud of, the parents and the grandparents should be proud of, but it's something that I take pride in, that they figure out how to do this game and they do it well. So it's just fun to watch that.
Absolutely. And it sounds like you got something for every age group and skill level.
Yeah,
Don't have to have bumper guards for that.
No bumper guards for fun here.
That's right. Well, Chip, I appreciate you spending time with us again today, and we will catch you in the next episode.
All right. Thanks, Kid.
All right. We'll talk soon.
Thanks for being part of the Pins and Friends family. For more fun, check out pinsandfriends.com or visit us at 700 State Street, Bristol, Tennessee. Let the good times roll. See you next time.